Hey guys, and welcome back. It's Grant Broggi from the Strength Coach. And today I want to talk more about the carnivore diet, your expectation, and some tips to make sure you have success if you're getting started. If you like the video, like and subscribe to the channel. As many of you know, I have been carnivore now for 16 days. I am on day 16. That's right. I haven't eaten a vegetable, a piece of bread, any pasta, or anything that's not meat, poultry, eggs, seafood, or butter since January 1st. Actually, since December 31st. Last year. I'm a new man. And while I'm no carnivore expert yet, and Jordan Peterson and Joe Rogan are not calling me on the phone for advice yet, I will tell you I've learned a few things over the past 2 weeks doing this myself and walking people through it, and I want to share them with you. The first thing I want to talk about is who should do this diet. I get a lot of questions about this on X. How could you do this as a lifter? Well, are you even a lifter? Grant, do you even lift anymore? This goes so against everything starting strength coaches, blah, 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 blah. But who should do this thing? Well, I think there's a couple groups of people that should seriously consider the carnivore diet, not just like me kind of doing it for a challenge and maybe for some weight loss, but that need to do it for their own health. Here are who I think should give this a try. The first would be people that are morbidly obese. If you are really obese and you need to lose a lot of weight, eliminating things for your diet is going to help. That doesn't mean that carnivore is your only option, but it is an option. Keto is probably an option for you too. Lower carbohydrates, lower caloric intake, get rid of processed foods, eat real things. So I think that is a person who could do it to use it for weight loss. The second group of people would be people with autoimmune issues, people with Crohn's disease, people with ulcerative colitis, people with IBS, people that have gastrointestinal issues that are trying to fix it. It's been shown that when people go on the carnivore diet and they have these issues and they go on a meat-based diet, these things get better. So if you're struggling with those things, this might be worth attempting. And third, I think this is good for intermediate lifters, people that have already gotten strong. Maybe they need to lose a little fat. Maybe they kind of need to reset their diet, because I think from the carnivore diet, you can easily go back into a vertical diet, feeding yourself, still eating well, high proteins, and adding carbohydrates if you want. But I think it's a good thing for that. So who should not do it? If you're just getting started training and you're not morbidly obese, you need some carbohydrates. You need to get your strength numbers up. Don't worry about World Carnivore Month and joining in and doing the whole thing. Just get strong. So if you're in one of those camps and you want to give carnivore a shot, here is what I've learned over 14 days. The first thing you need to do is be prepared. I think one of the things I've enjoyed the most about the carnivore diet is its simplicity, how easy it is. It's almost like a good, simple weight training program. If you do it, it will work. I know exactly what I'm allowed to eat, but I will say, having coached 19 people through this for 15, 16 days so far, people that weren't ready and prepared struggled. What do I mean by being prepared? I mean having the types of food that you're allowed to eat in your kitchen and ready to go. Every day I thaw out another pound of ground venison, because every day I've been eating venison with eggs pretty much for my first meal of the day. Every day I have some hard cheese cut up into small pieces and ready to go. So when cravings hit or I get hungry, I can go and have something there. Every day I have my steak, my chicken, my seafood thawed out, ready to have dinner, so that I'm not making poor decisions. If you're gonna go carnivore, I highly recommend you eat the bulk of your meals at home. Going out will only frustrate you. You'll be throwing away side dishes. You'll be wasting money. I know people like to say this is expensive, and I get it. Red meat and all that stuff can get up there in price, but if you eat all these meals at home, one, you'll be in complete control, but two, you'll also keep your costs down. Okay, so one, be prepared. Have plenty of things readily available that you're allowed to eat. Two, I would say be ready to feel pretty crummy for the first few days. As I look back at my log, I've been keeping notes. The first 3 to 5 days, I did not feel good. I would eat the first meal of the day around 1 p.m. and I would feel like I needed to take a nap. I was exhausted. I was tired. I lifted in the gym. I did the numbers I was supposed to do. The weights moved just fine, but I felt tired. It was hard and I lacked energy. Stay the course though. Stay the course, but be ready. Understand this is part of the process. Your body is going from having readily available glycogen storages available to use for energy to becoming something that's going to use fat for your energy. So be ready to feel like crud for a few days. power through it. The third thing I'd say is fat. No, seriously, butter, lard, ghee, beef tallow. You need that stuff. I started out and I was losing weight rapidly. I'll go over my weight loss numbers in a minute, but I was losing weight too quickly and I lacked energy. And it was because my fat content was too low. And I saw this with a lot of my lifters too. People that started losing energy, I said, hey, add butter into your ground beef, cook that in beef tallow. Use some bacon grease, use some bacon, up your fat content. And without a doubt, every single person that upped their fat content started to feel better and have more energy. So be ready. I know it feels weird. If you're someone like me that usually eats a high protein diet with a moderate amount of carbohydrates, I don't put butter on things. I'm not used to dipping everything in bacon grease, but let me tell you, I don't know if I could ever stop doing this now. And the fourth thing I would say is be patient in the gym. Go in there. You're not going to feel as good as you usually feel, but you need to train heavy and you need to train hard. And regardless of how you feel, you need to go for it. I can't tell you how many times we'd log on to Zoom and we'd have people, ready to go do their numbers. And they said, it's day 4. I feel like crap. I have no energy. I don't feel good. I should eat some carbs, blah, blah, blah. And guess what? They're PRing. They're pulling 3 sets of 5 of deadlifts that they never pulled before. They're squatting a top set of 5 that they never squatted before. And they felt terrible doing it. So don't go in with expectations that you're not going to be able to lift. You still need to lift hard and you still need to lift heavy. And number 5, I would say have some accountability. Have an accountability partner. For me, this has been really fun and almost kind of easy to do. The guidelines are set. They're very simple to follow. My wife's been doing a keto diet this month, so dinners at home have been fun. We've been able to do it together for the most part. I'll tell you what, at the first I was kind of craving her vegetables, not anymore, but have someone that can help you out. We have a carnivore channel in our Slack program. If you want to join our Slack, it's $29 a month. Come in, access to coaches, nutritional advice, all that stuff. And that carnivore channel has been popping off more than any channel on the entire thread. People posting their food, what they're eating, how they're feeling. And I've gotten so many DMs from the members of that group that say, man, without this channel, I would have totally quit. I didn't want to let other people down, and I did it. And guess what? Everyone's been having results. So I'm going to go over some of the results that happened to me, how I felt in the weight room, and how some of my folks, my lifters did. And then you can decide if this is what you want to try. So we had a wide variety of lifters doing it. We had a few women doing it. We had men doing it. We had men in their 30s, men in their 40s, men in their 50s, men in their 60s. We had people that have never lifted and just went, or they've lifted, but they haven't been lifting regularly and just went straight carnivore. We have lifters that are lifting consistently while they're doing it. And so here's a snapshot. For me, I started this at 224.6 pounds. As of this morning, I'm 215.8 when I woke up. So I'm down about 9 pounds, which is pretty good. My strength numbers are still up. They're still good. I'm starting a new training program anyway. I squatted 375 for 5 sets of 5 on Monday. That's in the ballpark of some of my best. In the low 4s is what I've done before. So the numbers are moving just fine. I've lost most of the weight from my midsection and my face. You can probably tell the difference, but I'm down 9 pounds. I'm actually trying now not to lose any more weight. I want to stay between 215 and 220. So I'm messing with that fat content to keep the overall calories high. But let me just rattle off a few people's numbers here and how they've done. We have Donita. She's in her 50s. She works out at our Costa Mesa gym. She's lost 6 pounds and her lifting has continued to progress. She's an early intermediate and all the numbers are still going up. We have Brendan, who's been doing this for 15 days. He's in his 30s. He's 35, 36, something like that. He's lost 16.2 pounds. He's not even lifting. He's just going hardcore carnivore. We have Jeff, just turned 50. He's down 9.6 pounds. Guess what? His lifting is still going up. We got Michael Buckley, meat shop owner in Ventura, California. He's down 9 pounds. He's lost 2 inches off his waist. His chest has gotten bigger. We'll show those photos here. He's done a really good job and he's lost some weight. I believe Michael is 46. Eric, 46, has lost 11 pounds. Lifting, still going up, still hitting PRs. Let's see. Juan in his 40s at Costa Mesa Gym, down 7 pounds. Randy in his 40s, lost 10 pounds. Numbers still going up. So my takeaway is if you will lift hard and you will lift heavy and you will prepare yourself and you need to lose a little bit of weight, this is a great diet to do it. Again, you need to be ready to feel like crap at first. You need to understand you're not going to feel the same way you feel when you're all powered up and hopped up on Mountain Dew and all that kind of stuff. You're going to feel different, but you can still have success in the weight room. Now, we're only halfway through the month, so I don't want to give my final thoughts and everything that I think about this diet. But what I will say is that I do think it's something that a lot of people should give a try if they have gotten strong and they want to lose some weight. I think it's a nice way to do it, and it's a diet that you can then transition back into normal eating, slowly add some carbs in. It's a nice reset. Do I think that everyone should go carnivore forever? Probably not, unless you have some serious illness or something that's you're sick from and that carnivore cleans it up. But I do think that it's something that you can give a try. So those are my thoughts. 15 days into carnivore. We're on day 16. We're hoping it finishes out the month strong. If you like the video, like and subscribe to the channel. Go eat some meat. We'll see you next time.